Good morning, Willow Springs. I'm Audrey Self.
And I'm Braden Lloyd.
This is Senor de la Fuente's third period class. WSMS News starts now.
A new time to start and end the day means more days off in the year. How will this affect how we learn and why the change? We take a look.
Excessive heat forces school districts, including Lovejoy, to postpone start times for football.
We have new principals and staff. We talk to a different person each week.
Roar is our new motto at Willow Springs.
Wildfires, multiple disturbances in the Atlantic, and an unusual hurricane in California keep our weather crew busy. We'll update you on what to expect and how the rest of the country is dealing with the warmer temperatures.
How many of you have seen Barbie? Some of our staff took a field trip to see the story of Ken and Barbie mingling with humans.
And we've got the scoop on just when you'll be able to stream it if you have not seen it. All this and more coming up on WSMS News.
Welcome back. This is our first announcements for Willow Springs News.
Let's start out with the weather. We have all been dealing with record-breaking heat for the weeks here in Texas and all over the country.
Plus, hurricane season is here, with the state of Texas already trying to recover from Harold that hit Padre Island last week. There's more brewing in the Atlantic and Gulf.
Our weather crew is standing by. Roman, are we going to see any break in triple digits?
As a matter of fact, we will. But first, let's take a look at the local weather. Throughout the week, you can experience more of the same, with temperatures up to 102 degrees. Today, you can expect a high of 102 and a low of 78, with a 17% chance of rain. Over the next 3 days, the temperatures will stay between 75 and 101 degrees. No more than 16% chance of rain is expected for the rest of the week. On Thursday and Friday, the highs will be 101 and 99 degrees, and the lows will be 75 and 74 degrees. This weekend, we'll have a consistent weather with a high of 100 degrees and low of 74 degrees, both days. Now don't worry, because this eternal summer heat wave isn't so eternal after all. Over the next few weeks, temperatures will drop to as low as 89 degrees, the high. Talk about chilly. Moving south, severe tropical storms are headed toward Atlantic and Gulf Coast, putting thousands of lives at risk across Florida, Louisiana, and Texas. It's been a wild time all throughout the country, but remember to stay hydrated and stay safe. Now that's all for the weather, and back to Audrey and Braden for more.
Thanks, Roman, and that heat is extremely dangerous. Cora and Michaela report on how to stay safe in the heat.
Over the summer, North Texas experienced many days with triple-digit heat. Temperatures in the evenings barely dropped below 95. Science teacher Ms. Perez says this is not a normal weather pattern.
It's called a heat dome, and it happens when there's strong high-pressure atmospheric conditions that combine with influences like the La Nina out in the Pacific. And so there's areas of vast sweltering heat that get trapped, and that's what they call the heat dome.
Scientists say climate change is part of the problem with more frequent and intense heat waves. Athletes at our school are forced to make changes with practice schedules due to the heat.
We're practicing in the morning because it's way too hot outside, and if we keep practicing in the gym, then we won't get the full extent of practice and we won't be ready for our first game.
This has been one of the hottest summers on record in Texas. Many athletes can suffer from heat strokes and heat exhaustion.
There are different phases, so you can start off with heat cramps, and that can progress to heat exhaustion, and then the ultimate worst part is heat stroke. Heat cramps are just like regular cramps. That's like the first phase of dehydration, when you just don't drink enough water. You start having more symptoms in the moderate level with the heat exhaustion, where you can become dizzy, nauseous. So the heat stroke is where you actually want to call 911, because that person, they either passed out, lost consciousness.
It's not only an athlete that can suffer, it's everyone, especially small children and the elderly, even your pets. So stay hydrated by drinking lots of water all day long.
Drink water prior to, not just when you're outside.
For USMS News, I'm Cora Coughlin
And Michaela Liebel.
Our football teams have had to adjust their practice play times.
And our volleyball teams are gearing up with their first games on Thursday. Here are Cameron and Hayden with sports.
This year, our WSS football teams have got an all-new coaching staff for the year. Coach Ramos is our new head coach. Football players are working hard, fighting the heat to earn a spot. The 8th grade football players have been practicing inside for the first 3 days of school because of the heat index. Athletes say it's been a challenge to get up so early and keep up with school.
We have to practice in the morning at 6:15 to around 7:15, 7:30.
It affects us because we have to wake up early and we're tired during school. So
Yeah,
and then we have to go to bed early, so we have to get all our homework done before.
Molly and Aaliyah take a look at how the teams are preparing.
WSMS football is approaching fast, with the first game starting on August 30th against Rockwell at Lovejoy High School. The players have been consistently training and preparing for the new season before and after school.
Now, this is not my first year playing football. I've played a few times, but I've taken seasons off. I'm most looking forward to winning and scoring a bunch of touchdowns. I feel that the coaches are great. They really help us become better at what we do, and they push us to our limits.
Next time you're there and where I'm going, the football players are practicing daily and improving their skills, teamwork, and stamina. It's important to practice so you get better at the things you do. Coach Ramos is the new athletic coordinator and a football coach this year for WSMS.
I believe every team has potential, but it just depends on the type of players. Like, are you willing to fight for somebody else, or are you only focused about yourself? I believe that there should be an intrinsic motivation, so from within, but my job as a coach is to come out and make sure that they can find that within themselves, but I'm going to get that external motivation through just motivating them verbally, but also through dedication of me showing up on time and doing the little things I'm supposed to be doing. Hopefully that's going to be a direct reflection to our program.
Yes, sir! When you go to class, you do exactly what you need to do, and you be respectful to your teachers and everybody around. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir!
1, 2, 1, 2, 1!
For WSMS News, I'm Molly Gold and Aaliyah Dresser reporting.
Our first football games are this Wednesday against Rockwell Utley. 7th grade is home at Lovejoy High School and 8th grade is away. Good luck.
Volleyball is practicing 7:30 to 9:05 in the morning, and the coaches have just finalized the teams. However, all volleyball players are still working very hard to prepare for their first game on August 31st.
Many students and staff were late to work on the second week of school due to the really bad accident near our school. One of our students witnessed the entire wreck.
Plus, people in Maui are dealing with the complete devastation, looking for all the help they can get from the massive wildfires that destroyed the beautiful island. For those stories and more, here are Drew and Clive with what's making headlines.
Since school started on August 8th, we've seen multiple accidents in the Lucas area. One of those accidents was near Willow Springs, which caused many staff and students to be late for school. One of our media students, Ashton Breathop, saw it happen. Her mom is a nurse and was out there to help. Here's the story.
Crashes caused many students to be late to school due to traffic delays.
On August 21st, only the third week of school, there's already been a car crash on West Lucas Road. Let's hear from Ashlyn Bryahop, who witnessed it.
So when it happened, my mom got out of the car because she's a nurse, and so she went out and she told me to call 911. So I called 911 and I told them where we were. And then she got out and started just helping the people.
Here's Officer Murphy with advice.
I think the first thing in road safety these days is driver inattention. You have a lot of people playing on devices, cell phones, tablets, and whatnot while they're driving. So obviously, if you put those things down and keep your eyes on the roadway, that's going to help out a ton. I would say the second thing is speed. People fail to control speed, which causes a lot of accidents.
Not only was there one crash in front of Willow Springs, there was also one crash in front of Lovejoy High School.
For WSMS News, I'm Olivia with Ashlyn, Avery, and Elena.
In 2002, there were 746 traffic crashes in Texas school zones.
Maui County is suing Hawaiian Electrical Company, saying the utility was negligent for failure to shut off power after high winds from a hurricane sparked power lines, causing them to snap and ignite. 115 people have perished, with over 1,000 people still missing.
There's been a lot of negative press around about artificial intelligence, but researchers from UC Berkeley have given a paralyzed woman her voice back. The woman suffered from brain stroke but can now speak through digital avatar. It's the first time either speech or facial expressions have been synthesized for brain signals.
Wright's Zoo in Limestone, Tennessee announced the birth of a new baby giraffe, but there's something really special about her. She has no spots. The zoo says she's the only spotless giraffe anywhere in the world. The only one on record is a giraffe born without spots in Japan in the 1970s. Pictures of the calf can be found on the zoo's Facebook page, and they're asking for votes on what to name her by Labor Day.
When we come back, we will talk more about the new and popular Barbie movie along with what the new schedule is looking like.
The State Fair of Texas starts September 29th, and we have a Lovejoy connection in the Big Tex Choice Awards. But first, a commercial break.
You can't come in! You have to go around to the front. Dang it! I can't. I'm sorry, I can't let you in. I'm not supposed to. I know, I'm sorry. You have to go around to the front.
Hey fellas, what are we doing? Moving cones?
Nothing. The console.
You're moving the cones so your mom can get out? Okay, well these are here for a reason, okay? We don't want to be moving cones around. These are traffic control devices. They're controlling the traffic on campus. And obviously we don't want people to get ran over or hurt or anything like that, okay? So make sure we don't move cones. Tell your parents not to move any of the cones, okay? So can you guys put them back for me?
Yes, sir.
All right, I appreciate it. All right, no more cone moving, okay? All right. We're out here today doing the traffic for the cones in the morning. When you come into the school from the street, you're gonna go on either side of the cone. Someone's gonna be out here directing traffic, telling you to go left or right, and we'll go ahead and demonstrate that right now, okay?
Deep fried pho is among the 5 savory finalists at Texas State Fair's 2023 Big Tex Choice Awards.
There's a bunch of State Fair vendors, and they all create a unique food to put into the competition.
Deep fried pho is a combination of the traditional Vietnamese comfort food and the southern tradition of fried food.
It's basically a Vietnamese noodle soup. There's meat in it. Usually it's like beef or pork. There's herbs in it. You dip it in sriracha or hoisin sauce.
7th grader Avery Lee's mom, Michelle, came up with the entree.
Basically, my mom, she started a booth at the State Fair in 2011.
The dish is among the competition's 10 contenders that will be advancing before a panel of celebrity judges to compete for one of the 3 winning titles.
We have to prepare 9 full-size dishes and 100 sample-size dishes for like the newscasters and the guests. There'll be like celebrity judges that are there.
There are 3 ways to win: best taste savory, best taste sweet, and most creative. They found out over the weekend who won.
Winner of the 2023 Big Tex Choice Award for Best Taste Savory New Food at this year's State Fair of Texas is Deep Fried Pho!
For WSMS News, I'm Cora Coughlin.
It is hard to believe that this is the 4th week of school for Lovejoy. Willow Springs had their annual Walk the Springs on Tuesday, August 8th, where the incoming 7th graders got their first look at Willow Springs. Schedules should be all sorted out and ready for the year.
Here at Willow Springs, we have over 60% new staff. We will be featuring new staff weekly. Here is Josie and Kate, who sat down with Miss Reeder, one of our assistant principals.
So I was a boys and girls head golf coach for the previous 8 years. The current district I was in at the time was Prosper ISD, and so that is how I got to know about Lovejoy. My family and I moved up here during COVID, and so in that time I was able to get to know coaches and students of Lovejoy High School, and so in that I learned just how amazing the staff and the kids are here in Lovejoy ISD, and I wanted to be a part of it as quickly as I could. And so after getting my administration certification and saw that there was an opening here, I applied and had the opportunity to interview with Miss Eldridge. When I did, learned her mission and vision and really fell in love with what she was wanting to do here at Willow Springs. And when I accepted the job, I brought my 2 kids along with me. So I have a 1st grader at Hart, and my daughter is at LCDC in pre-K.
NJHS is a program for students across the country to focus on academics, leadership, and character. Lovejoy had their first meeting Wednesday, August 23rd. They started off strongly by electing their new officers and talking about service hours. The induction for NJHS is tonight at 6:30. Don't be late.
Our theater students found out last Friday who made the cast of their first play, Moana. We got a chance to interview our new theater teacher, Miss Wilburn, about the show.
I love the music. I love Lin-Manuel Miranda, so of course I had to choose something that he wrote the music for. And I would love to do Encanto if Encanto comes out soon on MTI. I would love it if you could come and support us. This is our first musical here, at least for me as the director. So please come and see Moana Jr. on November 10th and 11th at 7 o'clock.
Lovejoy has issued a new laptop to every student grades 5 through 12, and they are responsible to keep it working and charged throughout the day.
Don't forget Picture Day is this Thursday during math class. Make sure to dress your best.
Willow Springs has also made our days longer by 15 minutes, resulting in 15 extra flex days. We have Friday and Monday off for Labor Day weekend. Our first teacher extended planning day is Friday. Congrats, teachers. We hope you have a great 4-day weekend. You earned it.
If you have updated your Twitter, you have seen the new app cover and name has changed. The app cover has changed from Twitter with the little blue bird to a black X as the app cover and X as the name. Have you seen the new Barbie movie?
No, but I heard it was really good.
The Barbie movie came out July 21st and has taken the theaters by storm. The new Barbie movie song by Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice, featuring Cardi B, Doja Cat, and Megan Thee Stallion, has blown up and is 7th on the U.S. Billboard Top 100.
Some of the girls from the crew all went to watch the movie and share their thoughts.
Ladies?
And my heels are on the ground.
Almost everyone has played with a Barbie before, right? But has anyone seen a real-life Barbie? The new hit movie Barbie has taken over the world in pink. Let's see what y'all think.
Hey Barbie, can I come to your house tonight?
Sure. I don't have anything big planned, just a giant blowout party with all the Barbies and planned choreography and a bespoke song. You should stop by.
So cool.
Movie theaters have become a lot pinker since Barbie opened. Fans of the iconic doll are stepping out to see the iconic film and outfits that Barbie herself would undoubtedly approve of.
Do you guys ever think about dying?
We decided to go and watch Barbie to see what all the hype was about, and we were not disappointed.
When my heart breaks. Some things have been happening that might be related. What do I have to do? You have to go to the real world. You can go back to your regular life, or you can know the truth about the universe. The choice is now yours.
I haven't seen the Barbie movie yet, but I'm looking forward to seeing it because it's supposed to be really pink.
The Barbie movie was good. I mean, it wasn't my favorite movie ever, but it definitely wasn't bad.
What I thought about the Barbie movie is I thought it was a little overhyped, but overall it was pretty good, and it had some good quotes.
I like the Barbie movie because there was Margot Robbie and there was Ryan Gosling, and I really like Ryan Gosling's song because his song was just super funny, and me and my sister loved listening to it on the way home from school. And I also loved Margot Robbie's acting, and when she got when everything was perfect and then it was like not perfect, it's like the reality of an actual human being.
Barbie in the real world. In just 3 weeks, Barbie has made $2.1 billion in revenue, after hitting the $1 billion milestone less than 2 weeks ago, a feat achieved only by about 50 films in history. This is Venya Raju with WSMS News.
If you haven't seen the Barbie movie, you'll be able to see it digitally September 5th. You can pre-order on Amazon for $24.99. People magazine says Max will stream Barbie by late September, early October. I guess I need to go see it.
Yeah, we should definitely go.
Have a good day, and remember,
Leopards roar as one. Roar!